On January 22nd, Trump officially filed a $5 billion lawsuit against JPMorgan Chase and Jamie Dimon. The headlines scream that this is about debanking, a case of political revenge. But you need to ask the questions the media is afraid to touch. Why did Trump wait until January 22nd to file this? Why did he drop this legal bomb exactly 24 hours after Dimon spoke at the World Economic Forum? Is this actually a lawsuit, or is it a distraction from the 10% interest rate cap that threatens to wipe out Wall Street? And most importantly, if the banking system can cut off the President of the United States, what makes you think your money is safe? If you want the signal, not the noise, subscribe now. Here's the reality. Trump sues Jamie Dimon not to get paid, but to break him. This is a tactical pincer movement. On the left flank, you have the lawsuit attacking JP Morgan's reputation. On the right flank, you have the 10% cap attacking their revenue. Let's slow down and look at the math, because this is where the smoking gun is. Right now, the average credit card interest rate is sitting at about 22%. That sounds high, but banks claim they need that margin to cover their costs. They lose about 4% to people not paying them back, and another 5% just to borrow the money themselves. So, their break-even floor? It is roughly 10%. Now, look at Trump's proposal. He wants to cap rates at 10%. Do the math. If the law forces banks to charge 10% and it costs them 10% just to keep the lights on, their profit margin drops to zero. Jamie Dimon knows this. That is why he is panicking. He is not trying to save the American economy. He is trying to save his business model. Now, look at the weapon being used in the lawsuit, debanking. For a decade, massive financial institutions have acted like private clubs. They canceled gun stores. They canceled crypto founders. They canceled protesters. They thought they were untouchable. Now, Trump is flipping the script. He is using the court system to force a decision on a terrifying question. Is a bank a utility, like water and electricity, that must serve everyone? Or is it a political tool that can silence anyone? But there is a deeper layer, the Federal Reserve. Jamie Dimon is the shield protecting the Fed's independence. Trump wants that shield gone. By tying Dimon up in a $5 billion legal battle, he leaves the Fed exposed. This is not a legal grievance. It is a hostile takeover of the financial hierarchy. But here's the part the news is ignoring. What does this war do to you? This is not a spectator sport. You are the collateral damage. Let's play out the two scenarios. Scenario 1. Trump wins and forces the 10% cap. The banks will not just say, okay, and lower your rate. They will delete your access. If you have a credit score under 680, you're statistically likely to default. At a 10% cap, the bank cannot afford to take a chance on you. They will close your card. That affects nearly 40% of the country. Overnight, millions of Americans lose their safety net. Scenario 2. The banks win. They defeat the lawsuit and solidify their right to debank anyone they choose. We then officially enter the era of the financial social credit system. If they can freeze the assets of a former president, what happens when they don't like what you post online? Your ability to buy groceries or pay rent becomes dependent on your political compliance. The system is fragile. The war is here, and whether it is a credit crunch that rejects your loan or a frozen account that locks your cash, the only person coming to save you is you. And don't forget to subscribe SRC Declassified.